By the late 1960s, BB King had been touring the so-called Chitlin circuit of black clubs and theaters for 2 decades. He famously played 342 one-nighters in 1956. But as he drew a growing band of admirers from the world of rock, people like Eric Clapton, his audience became more and more white. The turning point came in San Francisco in 1968.
BB's first performance in front of a white audience at the Fillmore Auditorium, where he was given a standing ovation, moved him to tears. It was a turning point in his career.
And as his white audience flowed in, his black fan base ebbed. And sometimes there was open derision towards blues music by young blacks.
All of a sudden, it seemed like to me I always would get an announcer that always wanted to give me more. If you like pig feet, hog maws, you like watermelon and so on, here is BB King, which I hated. And the minute they said that, the kids went, boo, so it hurt me very bad.
It was every stereotype that had been hurting black people for years.
Yeah, I quite often say, as I say to you, if you're black and you sing the blues, you've been black twice.
In the 60s, when the civil rights movement created a sense of black pride and African-American identity, soul music was seen as more affirmative, more positive, and blues was seen as part of a horrible past, as a reminder of the bad times that their parents and grandparents went through.
We're out here at Wolf Trap in Northern Virginia. So I'm assuming the audience is going to be largely white.
Yes.
Does that hurt you?
Sure, it hurts.
His music is very much a part of the black American experience, yet it's presented to an almost all-white audience these days who see it as a kind of a second cousin of rock. It's not. It really is the clarion call of the black community. It's about being black in America, and it's about what that means and what it feels like.
I want to understand why it is that you care so deeply that young black people today should understand something about the blues, that's a part of all of our heritage.
I don't really care whether they play it or not, but I would like them to know it, and know about it, know why we do it. I'm a disciple, you might say, of Big Bill Bruns and all the guys that I think was the greatest ever. And the reason why they did this, because it sheltered a lot of pain. It sheltered a lot of pain.
And it's also brought a lot of joy to those who love his music and to himself. Over the course of his storied career, he's played for presidents.
BB King, please come up, BB.
And pontiffs.
Where's BB?
And he's even had a hit song written for him by U2, one of the world's most popular rock bands.
To see a man with that much dignity that has lasted this long and has managed to stay so pure. You know, he's pure-hearted. He lives gratitude like it's a religion, and that may be his secret.
I'm leaving the pain behind.
And unlike so many bluesmen of his generation, his music, and more recently, his role as a TV pitchman, has paid off.
I've been waiting for this for 10 years.
He is the first blues artist as multi-millionaire. I mean, you're doing all right, right? You've got
You
that.
must have been looking at my bank.
I'm looking at your commercials is what I'm looking at, baby. So you don't have to do 200, 250 concerts a year anymore. You're coming up on 80 years old now. Why do you still do it?
Never been able to sit back. So I've had 3 months off in 60 years. And the reason for it, like you said, I don't have to do it. But if I want to keep some popularity and keep what? not only for myself, but for my band and people around me. That's the reason I work.
We get the question asked us a lot of time, what are you going to do when you retire? You know, blues cats don't retire, they just drop, bang.
Well, I don't think B.B. King has any greater calling in life than to stand on the stage, play that guitar he calls Lucille, and sing those songs.
When we come back, a note about a series of special programs tomorrow night on ABC.